Hello, it is me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned In Tarot. And we are here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others, in our external environment, and if we want to see change, we do need to shift and change the energy within. That's the only way we can kind of expect things to be different. I am going to be doing a tell me everything reading today. I'm kind of in a low vibing energy. So I'm aware of that, and I'm going to push my ego out and just let the messages come through for you all today. But if I seem a little, it's just I had a lot of triggers come up, and I did a little reading on TikTok about that. If you didn't get to see it, it's over on Tuned In Tarot TikTok. And just was really about learning like where I'm at and things that used to affect me in certain ways in the past. How do those things affect me now? And I do feel like I have made a lot of progress, but just feeling a little. I have a couple of requests for you today. Number one, please go click the link in my profile and listen to my new song. I don't know if you've heard, if you haven't done that yet. If you would be so kind as to make a video on Instagram or TikTok from that sound, I would really appreciate it. That's an amazing, amazing gift that you could give me. My birthday's coming up in July, so also it's July 31st. So I would love if you could do that. And also if you just stream it and share it with people. It's a really cool song. It's meant to empower you. It is a confidence spell. If it makes you feel confident, it is working. So please take advantage of that. The other thing I would love is if people would be willing to send donations, book readings, and do know that right now when you book an intuitive guidance call, you will receive a second call for free within 30 days. You can schedule it. Actually, you could schedule it from 6 months down the road if you want to, but you just have to book it within 30 days to get the deal. And that makes the sessions half price. So please take advantage of that. I decided that I would probably just keep that going forward because I do think that people benefit a lot from having the two separate sessions. Usually what happens is the first session ends up being 2 hours for me because we spend the first hour looking at your relationship or the, whatever issue or problem that came in with. And then the second hour is really about figuring out, okay, where are you? What do you want to be doing? Are you following your passions? Like, how can we shift and change the energy? And, and 2 hours is it's just way too long for me. So I think that it would be better to split it up. Spend the first session kind of unpacking whatever your initial questions are. Have you practice some of the skills we talk about for a couple of weeks, up to a month or so, and then have you come back in and see where you're at and make the session that when you come in the second time just a lot more about you and where you're at. Because usually once you've kind of talked with me, you start to realize that that's an important focus for you. And will help to heal whatever situation you're in with the person, which is a lot of the times what someone books a reading with me for. So please take advantage of that if you're interested. All right, let's get started. I am doing feminine and masculine tell me everything. So we're going to say, what is the masculine going to say? What is the feminine going to say? I just realized that I did not shuffle the oracles. Let me shuffle the oracles right now. And while I'm doing that, I'll just explain that you can use this to get information about a person in your life, of course. That's what it's meant for. It's meant for you to be able to get a sense of if this person that you are focused on was an excellent communicator, was able to communicate from their highest self, what would they say? And so listen to it the first time with that in mind. What is this person saying? And then listen to it a second time as if you are speaking to yourself. You can use the masculine energy to represent the energy of your mind, your intellect, the part of you that takes action, goes out into the world, gives. And you can use the feminine energy as your heart, your emotion, your creativity, the part of you that is receptive and open and connected to the divine. And our self-care activity. Alrighty. Also, we're not going to talk about my 2 broken nails. Just, I fixed them, but it's driving me crazy. All right, I'm gonna fix all of my nails on nail day on Saturday with Luna, and I have this really fun idea that I saw on Instagram that I'm going to try myself, and it's going to be a little complicated, but I like the challenge. All right, let's get started. So, if the divine masculine were to tell you what he thinks and feels about the connection right now between you, he would say, from this King of Wands energy, I am extremely excited. I, you know, anxiousness and fear, it's energy, and I feel it all. But I think what I feel the most is very excited. I really want to take action. I want to come in passionately, boldly, confidently, but I am on fire and I am burning for this connection. That is what the divine masculine would say. Oh, FYI, there's a tornado warning right now. I live in northern New York, and we don't really have tornadoes frequently, but we've actually had one already this year in the town that's about 50 minutes away from me. So, the rain just started coming down. The sky doesn't look green, which is a good sign. I lived in Ann Arbor, so I know what a tornado sky looks like. Doesn't look like a tornado sky, so crossing my fingers that we're okay. It's just a really bad thunderstorm. But if I lose power or have to cut this video off, that will be why. Okay, so how does divine feminine think and feel about this connection right now? A little bit different energy, okay? Divine feminine is a little down in the dumps here with the Five of Pentacles. She is feeling a little bit left out in the cold, and maybe a little bit like, well, I should just speak from her voice, I guess. I forget that I'm supposed to say this in first person. So I'm feeling left out. I am feeling like I am not getting much attention from you. And it's interesting to hear that you are wanting to be passionate and come in boldly. I look forward to that, because right now it's a little cold out here. And I feel like I've really done a lot to guard and protect your inner child. I've really made a lot of allowances for the wounding you've received. And to a certain extent, that's leaving me feel a little bit frustrated, because I also have an inner child that needs the same kind of nurturing. And I'm afraid that I'm not going to receive it. This mirror in this image is broken, and I do understand that like our wounds reflected one another, but I think we've come to a point now where your wounding is causing you to act in such a way that my healing isn't in alignment with. So, I'm trying to accommodate you, and I'm trying to make sure that you feel loved and cared for. But in so doing, I'm ending up not receiving the love and care which I'm meant to receive. And so I feel pretty cold, and I feel pretty lonely, actually, in the moment. I feel like I'm begging for your attention again. And it's not the greatest feeling I'm getting here from the feminine energy. Feeling a little left out, and just like I'm begging. So what is something the divine masculine is hiding from the feminine energy? We have the masculine energy here saying, something I'm hiding from you is that I'm pretty intimidated by how psychic you are, actually. How sensitive, how in tune you are, how you can just see through me, and I have really no way of hiding anything from you. Yeah, in fact, it's a joke for me to say, like, I'm hiding that it scares me how intuitive you are, because you already intuit that. So I am hiding that from you, and I'm also hiding from you that I may have gone and gotten some readings. I may have done a little spiritual detective work to try to figure out exactly where you are, because I don't feel that I have the intuitive abilities or powers that you have, and so I've had to like seek outside of self to try to figure out exactly where you're at. The irony of not just fucking asking me, though, okay? Like, I'm gonna go to a tarot reader. Oh, you could call me, bro, but whatever, go ahead, okay. Divine feminine, what are you hiding from the masculine? There it is. Okay, so this is the feeling of being abandoned, neglected, and wounded. So divine feminine, I'm hiding from you right now how much it hurts to be stuck in this situation with you, because I'm afraid if I do anything, if I make any wrong move, you'll dart away again and I won't be able to have this conversation with you. I won't be able to actually figure out if we can work things out between us, if we can talk, if we can like really form a true connection. But the truth is, like, I feel incredibly wounded and betrayed still, especially because, you know, you're in this energy of like, I want to take action. I have this, I have this spiritual and physical monogamy that I have mastered, and I want to share this with you. And in the meantime, I'm here left to sort of try to get over these wounds that I have experienced in this connection with you. And it's hard for me. I feel really stuck and I guess trapped in this way that we interact. Like, I'm trapped in the way that we interact with one another. It's like we can't get out of this energy, and I'm just so sick of feeling like left out while you go be the King of Wands and do your thing and think that, oh, you know, she knows everything I feel because she's psychic and intuitive. It's like, okay, well, that's cool. That means you never actually have to speak. You never have to talk to me. You can just leave me here thinking all the things that you think and fear. Like, yeah, I'm intuitive, but I also have an ego, right? Like, and my ego is like just as susceptible and wounded as yours. So, yeah, I'm not doing great right now in this connection with you, actually. So, okay. What is the Divine Masculine sorry about? What does he seek forgiveness for? Divine Masculine here with this Four of Wands. There's this family behind this window, and it's really reminding me of the OG Five of Pentacles, where where there are these figures, basically codependent figures, that are in the cold winter outside of what looks like a warm church. And so I'm really feeling that vibe. And so what the Divine Masculine would say right now is, I am sorry that I have kept this desire for this committed, strong, healthy relationship in, oh wow, the person I was just thinking about just texted me. I love that. Strong, healthy relationship internal, inside. Like, this is what I desire. I have wanted this for a long time. I feel myself like pressing my face up to the glass and looking at the warmth inside, which is like a lyric from a song. And I'm sorry that I have continued to internalize this desire rather than invite you in. The irony is, you're here in this fantasy with me, but I would have to open the door to let you in, and I just haven't. And I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry also that, you know, in some cases where I am a member of a family and we can't be in a union because of I have another commitment to someone else. That's probably for someone at an earlier stage in their journey, but there is true regret there. Divine Feminine, what are you sorry for? Feminine energy is not doing super great here, because I really get this feeling of like, I'm sorry that I love you, kind of. I'm sorry that in this picture of love that I have in my mind, I don't know where you fit in. Like, I have had to learn to love myself and take care of myself and support myself and choose myself. And I feel sorry because I have been having to give myself all of this love. Now, when I think about our connection, from this place of feeling abandoned and left out, it's like, I don't know how to love you. I don't. I want to figure it out, but I'm sorry because I don't know. I don't understand how the masculine energy loves. I understand how feminine love feels and how feminine love is expressed, but I don't understand or have a feeling of masculine love or energy in my life, and it makes me feel sad. It's interesting. It's like Divine Feminine doesn't like apologizing, honestly. She's always like, sorry, not sorry. Like, I'm sorry I'm choosing myself and not you right now. But, like, I don't know what else to do, kind of a thing. I feel like I'm so washed out here. Because it's just so dark in the middle of the day. Dude, maybe we are going to have a tornado. Oh, my God. Okay, so what does Divine Masculine want to say about this current energy? We have here the Hierophant. See, I had Il Papa. Il Papa. So it is El Papa in French, or Le Pepe. Le Pepe, and El Papa in Spanish. So we were just talking about how that's a term of endearment. But I am committed to you. I have faith in this connection. I have learned spiritual lessons, and I truly do want to be in union with you and make this vow to be together and commit to you. I want to have a traditional experience of our relationship where I court you, I ask you to marry me, and we get married. Like, there's something about that that's here. And then I'm seeing these two lambs, which for me are giving a feeling of two children, two innocent children. It could be more than two, but there's just two in this image. Ugh, I can't pick this up. Let's see these two lambs here. So I'm getting a sense of, like, I already have commitments too. There's maybe a reading for somebody that has somebody that is interested in somebody that's in a marriage. If that's the case, if you're watching this right now and you are interested in somebody that's currently married, you should probably schedule a session because we got a lot to talk about. I want to strongly advise you that readings that are saying that you're going to be in union with your person soon, etc., for a person that is currently in a marriage, those readings, the soon part is, you have to make that soon match your situation, and legally binding contracts are not like a soon type of an energy when they end. It takes like a lot of time. So just keep that in mind, and if you need support with that, book a session, book a video reading, and I will give you my 2 cents if you want them. But I do think that this person is saying, I want to marry you, I want to have a traditional situation with you. Divine Feminine, what are you saying? I'm scared of you. I've never thought that before when I pull out a King of Cups, but this is a very frightening looking dragon. It's kind of an odd King of Cups energy. Basically, I'm afraid of you because I'm afraid that your avoidant behavior, your unwillingness to express deep feelings you have, and your tendency to just float on the surface of them and coast, and never really express to me. I'm afraid that even though you are good and kind and compassionate and loving, and I see that in you, I see the potential, that it may just be potential, and that at the end of the day, you may actually terrorize me to a certain extent with this avoidance that you have of emotions. However, I want to note, and I've never noticed this right before, that it looks very much like this dragon has a pearl in its mouth. And that is a pearl of wisdom and a precious energy. It's like their words, hearing you speak, hearing the audio frequencies of your voice in the 20K region, stimulating the actual parts of my ear that pick up the sound of a human voice, like actually hearing your voice, would be precious to me. That's what she would say. Divine Masculine, what do you want from Divine Feminine right now? We have here the Seven of Pentacles. We see this feminine, and she's dreaming of that dragon that we just saw from a totally different card. This is a different type of dragon also. This is the Seven of Cups is about having a lot of opportunities and having a lot of choices, having fantasies and kind of a fog or an uncertainty, a lack of clarity about which direction to go. Divine Masculine would say to you, like, I want you to choose me, of course. He said this before. He said this on when I did on Monday night, actually, to Tell Me Everything, and I was trying to download it from TikTok, but it wasn't working, so that I could post it, which is why I'm doing a Tell Me Everything today. But he actually had the Seven of Cups in the same position last time. And the idea of, I want you to choose me, but in this particular case, it's also like, I want you to know that all these ideas and fantasies you might have about me, they're not true, like, I'm not seeking to hurt you. I'm also maybe not be like the Prince Charming, or if you're idealizing me, I might not be like that. I do have fear about that. I want you to choose me for who I am and not for who you think I could be or what you think I could provide. I can't believe we're actually going to have a tornado right now. Divine Feminine, what do you want from Divine Masculine? The truth. I want you to communicate directly to me your truth. Whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, I don't care what it is. I just want to know. It could be painful. It doesn't matter. I just want to hear you speak to me. Like I said, I need you to communicate directly to me in whatever way you can do that. I don't know how many more times I have to say that. For fuck's sake. That's feminine is very frustrated in that energy. Divine Masculine, what are you longing for right now? We have the Three of Swords. We're seeing this woman that is actually piercing this little voodoo doll, kind of. It's an interesting little depiction of the Three of Swords. We see her advanced in age, and somewhat, it looks like she might be like not able to move very efficiently or well or something, I'm hearing or feeling. And she looks bitter and she looks wounded. And so what the masculine energy longs for is, I long for you to tell me that I haven't done this to you. Like, I have a fear that my pain, my wounds might have caused you to experience similar feelings to me, and I caused that, and that's so painful. I long to tell you that for a long time I felt like I would never be able to express how I feel, that my heart would never heal. But I have been working on it. I have been healing. And I feel like so much regret for the ways in which I have hurt or wounded you because of my own pain and because of my own fears and bitterness. Divine Feminine, what do you long for? I long to feel in love and innocent again. I long to feel excited like when I first got my puppy, who's now fully grown. Wait, I can't. She's there. She's not a puppy anymore. That's a full-size bed. She's a big husky German Shepherd. But I want to feel like I did when I first had her, and I was literally like rolling on the floor and playing, and I just was laughing. I remember that at that time I was going through a very painful experience with my person. I thought that I was going to be seeing him, and he never showed up. And it was really a lot of this feeling, like really abandoned and hurt, and just confused and so devastated. And I remember having Bowie. She was so little and just a puppy. I'd never really had that experience before where I had my own puppy, and I literally felt like a small child. And I would lay on the couch crying, and just like my heart would ache. And then she would come over and like nuzzle me, and immediately I would just be filled with joy and innocent and playful again. And so what I long for is that this feeling of abandonment, this feeling of being wounded. I long for that same moment where you come and you apologize to me, and you bring me joy and you bring fun and just the innocence that will take me out of that dark feeling place that I can so easily go into when I have to sit here in this no contact, knowing your feelings for me, or suspecting your feelings, maybe not necessarily always trusting it, but suspecting your feelings, and just receiving nothing. Receiving nothing. Really, do you understand? You have given me nothing. This is nothing. No physical material gestures. Just honestly empty words, or sometimes not even words because there's no actual communication. Just, nothing. Divine Masculine, what do you long to tell the feminine? We have here the Nine of Pentacles, and we see this feminine energy allowing people to come into her home. Divine Masculine, watch it, but I long to tell you that this drives me absolutely crazy. That, while I hold this hope that you will return to me, the idea that you let other people in and they get to experience you in that garden that you've created for yourself, that single and fabulous energy, this really keeps me up at night. It's hard for me. And I'm not blaming you. Please don't get it twisted. Like, I understand that I have not given you something because of that Three of Swords. I understand that I have wounded you because of my own wounds, and that you're absolutely within your right to have this autonomy. But I do long to tell you that, like, I hate it, and I want to end this energy where you would let anyone else in, and instead it would just be our love that we experience. That's what I long to tell you. Divine Feminine, what do you long to tell the masculine? You're great, but it doesn't seem like you're ever going to get out of this throne. I just feel like you're extremely stubborn, because whatever it is that you have decided, the trajectory that our connection is supposed to go in, how it's supposed to unfold, when you're going to talk, what you're going to say, what you're going to offer, what that's going to mean, I have no input into that. None. Whenever you decide to open your mouth and share the truth, if you decide to do that, you've completely been in control of that. And I feel like I'm not free to have a voice, because when I have spoken and told you my needs, you've ignored it and prioritized your own needs, and kind of railroaded me. And I really long to tell you how frustrating and difficult it is to deal with that, and that I don't intend to be in a relationship like that. If you came to me now, apologized, and we decided to be in union together, there would never be another time when it would be okay for you to be the only one deciding how things develop. And I'm sure that's part of the fear you have in being in connection with me, is that I also embody that Emperor energy, and I don't need an Emperor to tell me what to do. I need a partner to think about things and plan things together with. And I understand that there will be compromise in a relationship, but in this current situation, 111 on the clock, the only one compromising anything is me. What does the Divine Masculine need right now? There it is. The Wheel of Fortune. I need to just take this chance. I need a second chance. I need you to give me a second chance, and I need to just roll the dice and change the dynamic between us and bring this connection into a state of completion and fulfillment, which will bring about good fortune for us both. Divine Feminine, what do you need right now in the connection? The Ace of Wands. I mean, this could explain her mood if she needs a little Ace of Wands, if you know what I'm saying, like the Ace of Wands is like a big hard, sexy energy. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real for the little sensors here, but yeah, I need to get some, 100%. And but I need my wishes to be granted. I need my desire to come to some kind of a fulfillment here. What I desire the most, which is you. And I guess it's so hard for me to understand how you could also desire me the most, because I know you do. And I could desire you the most, and then still you sit on that throne. It's a little baffling to me. Divine Masculine, what do you hope for this connection? We have the King of Pentacles. I hope that it will always be safe, that nothing will threaten it, that I will be able to provide security, that I will be worthy of this connection. I hope a little bit that I get to show it off too, because I do feel that it's very valuable, and I do kind of want others to see that. Divine Feminine, what do you hope for this connection? King of Wands. This is kind of promising, because what you hope is actually happening in the current energy for the masculine energy. But I do hope that you take action. I hope that you really kind of just stop beating around the bush. You just do it, and you come in boldly and you communicate all of your feelings to me. That is what I really hope that you do. You express all your ideas about this connection. And that you are a monogamous king, that you've mastered your sexual energy, that you've mastered your emotional reactivity, that you're mature, and that you're ready to be in this connection with me. That's what I hope. I think I pulled too many cards. I did. That's interesting. Okay. What do we do then? All right, we're going to set these two cards aside, and we're just going to look at what those are at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and read what does Divine Masculine promise to do about this connection. What does he promise to do about this connection? We have the Seven of Pentacles. I promise to harvest this abundance with you. I know that you've been waiting for me to come home for a long time. I know that you've been tending to this garden, to this connection, and that you deserve for me to actually make good on all of the work and toil and effort that we've both been putting into this connection. So I promise that I will harvest this abundance with you. Divine Feminine, what do you promise? This Strength card. I promise to be strong in this time that I know that, for whatever reason, I'm having to... It's not wait, because I don't see this feminine energy just sitting there like twiddling her thumbs. This energy to just be, while I don't know the outcome with you, I really promise to be strong in that energy. I promise also to, I think, really work on, my being too sensitive, being too proud, being reactive. I really promise to kind of keep all of that under control. Divine Masculine, what are you thankful for about this connection? We see here the Death card. I'm thankful for this complete and total transformation. I'm thankful that honestly, that when I grieved for this connection, when I hurt you, that it wasn't lost to me forever, that it has this afterlife, that it has this possibility to be reborn, and that all things do heal in time, and that our connection has healed so that we could potentially have a rebirth to that connection again. And something Divine Feminine is thankful for. I'm thankful for really being able to prioritize my own success during this time that I've basically just been in the dark about what is going to happen with you. And I am really, really thankful that I believe in myself, and I am being acknowledged in some way for my gifts, and that I do believe that I've gotten over a lot of the internal struggle that was present for me in this connection with you. Okay, now I'm just going to pull No idea what happened. I must have touched the mouse pad and it stopped the recording. So I didn't get to any of the, or I just read all of the oracles and I did all the oracles and I actually talked about these two cards. And to be honest with you, I just don't feel like doing it again. So I'm just calling it. You weren't meant to get those last couple of messages, I guess. But I will just show you what the oracles are. The divine masculine right now is telling you that he is able to overcome any obstacle. The divine feminine is telling the masculine that she is loyal to what she loves and she loves the masculine energy. And you are called right now to call back your power, cut cords, and soul retrieval. Just a protective energy, guarding your energy, pulling it back from anybody that could be draining it. And your self-care activity is alone time. And it's very important that you carve this out for yourself. And I always imbue whatever self-care activity that is part of the collective energy. It will work on anything that you are trying to heal. So if you're trying to heal your heart, if you're trying to heal a connection, if you're trying to heal your money or finances, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever you want this self-care activity to heal, or you could just say it's a general healing thing. Anytime you engage in this alone time this week, you are healing that without doing anything else. It doesn't require any other work on your behalf except to just really fully participate in this self-care activity of alone time. Okay, I don't know why that got cut off, and I'm just like not in any place where I can do that all over again. These last two cards, though, that came out, I will say that it is about insecurity and regret. The masculine energy needs to get over his insecurity. The feminine energy needs to get over her disappointment. Once this is released, this connection will be very strong. So that's my advice to you. I hope you have a glorious day. I will see you tomorrow. There will be a Show Me the Money reading. Friday is the Friday Love reading. On Sunday, we do the general week ahead. All of those readings are still available on my Tuned In Tarot YouTube. Make sure you are checking both the live tab, and the videos tab on my Tuned In Tarot YouTube channel to see all of the readings that are posted, because for some reason when I posted the live, it shows up if you're subscribed to me, but if you just go to my channel and look at videos, it does not show you my most recent videos that have been posted, because it is excluding live videos and I frequently go live 1 to 2 times a week. So make sure you are checking that tab. Have a glorious day. I will see you soon.